I wake up to another day on the road. Another day, a beautiful place to greet the dawn. This lake with its mist sliding over the surface. All of my possessions on the table, scattered about. This is just the reality of this kind of life on the road. In the past, I would have done my best to disguise this reality, but now I'm showing it to you and sharing the messy beauty of this motorcycle still life. It's hard to believe that all of this will be organized in an hour, packed away, ready once again. All of these things that I've been carrying with me, things that have helped me on this journey, or in some cases hindered me. 49 days since this trip began, and my optimistic naivety of what it would become. But isn't that what a true journey is all about? Isn't that the essence of an adventure? That change happens along the way, and that you can no more define that change as you can predict it. And if you struggle to avoid it, you're struggling to avoid the journey. This has been a journey. I'm still carrying Canadian currency in my wallet, and the morning dew has made the camping envelope stick together. This is my journal, my collage, a pastiche of life on the road, a digital scrapbook. Just little scraps of reality along the way as the sun hits me and warms my face. Yellow line. I wake up thinking about this thing, the yellow line that has become such a potent symbol in my mind of this journey. This line, this yellow line that we're told not to cross. It signifies oncoming danger. Stay safe, stay where you belong, stay where you're told to be, stay in your lane, stay on your side of the line. This yellow line tempting us to transgress its threshold, to go to the other side of the yellow line. Sometimes we take roads where there is no yellow line. We've gone completely beyond the line. We've erased that boundary from our lives, the yellow line. I don't even know anymore if I'm recording these little notes along the way from this journey for myself so that I can remember some of these ideas, or if these little recordings will actually be part of the video that I'm making, but I'm doing them. I'm doing them because it seems like a good way to capture some of the thoughts and ideas that I have along the way and maybe be able to share them with you. It's a decision that I don't have to make right now because I'm on the road, and I can do all of that in the months ahead when I edit these videos and put them together. But I remember reading a book in college, Zen in the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance. I do recall that it was about a man and his son and a motorcycle journey across the western United States. And this man at one point in his life had went crazy, or at least he was labeled as crazy. And along the way he would have memories and recollections of that time in his life. Now he was on the other side of that threshold, on the other side of that yellow line, and I'm not sure if he was crazy anymore, or perhaps more accurately seeing the truth, the reality of life. One of the things I was just thinking of this morning, and we've talked about this before, is the importance of journaling in my life and creating journals, creating scrapbooks. And I used to create these wonderful, big, expressive, magnificent journals when I was a young person, and then it kind of stopped. And I remember being inspired in particular by the journals of one man. His name was Peter Beard. He was a photographer, and he lived in Africa, and he dated supermodels like Cheryl Tiegs, and he knew Mick Jagger, and so he was sort of a celebrity and a world traveler, an adventurer, and he made these journals, these scrapbooks all his life. And I was so deeply awed and inspired by his scrapbooks that I kind of tried to do the same thing, and then it kind of stopped. And these vlogs are my way of stepping back into that realm of journaling, and it's a different format, it's a different medium, it's a different world, but the spirit is there, the spirit of inquiry, the spirit of discovery, the spirit of capturing the world, the reality around me, but not having any boundaries on it, not having any filters, just allowing myself to be completely free and not caged in and with no expectations and just going with the process. And so that's some of my thoughts about this whole process, or what this process has become on this trip of motorcycling that's about so much more than motorcycling to me. It's about discovering the world and seeing the world and being creative and translating these things into a form that you guys can watch and enjoy. And I'm sure some of you will have tuned out by now already because it's not your thing and you're just saying, I wish he would get back on his bike and show us some more motorcycling. And that's okay. I understand that. That's not who this is for. This is for you. This is for the ones that want to be on this journey with me and want to see where does he go next. Not knowing where this story is even going to go myself, but being on this adventure and having the tools and the methods and the mindset of exploration. What is an adventure without exploration? What is an adventure when you know exactly where it's going to go? Day number 49. I'm getting ready to see what lies down the road. What lies down the road. I never have to plan for it because it's always there. It's hard to be a motorcyclist on a day like today when everybody is out and about. The whole parade of civilization is on display on the roads, traveling, moving with their trucks and their trailers and their campers and their caravans and their roof racks. And I'm sitting here looking at this beautiful bridge, this old bridge that's built out of concrete, so elegant, the arch rising above the water. And I can see the water down below me through the woods. Look at this beautiful river flowing fast and free. I think it's the weekend, but if I was going to be stuck in traffic, I guess there's no better place than this. And this is Banks, a small town on the Payette River to the north of Boise, a town with a name befitting of a small town on a river. And this is what all the confusion was about. A place where everybody wants to be today. Everybody wants to be on the river, in the sunshine, getting wet, floating and drifting. And I can't say that I blame them. And this sign behind me, this artistic mural on the side of the building, it says, "Slow your life down." Message I'm beginning to take heed of in my own life and on this journey. We're in Banks, Idaho on the Payette River. Now we're coming into Boise. This is the newest suburb of LA. A lot of people want to leave California and move to other places, and Boise is one of them. So I am outside of a gas station in Boise, Idaho. And I've been looking at the map and trying to decide which direction to go from here and what roads I should take. And the long and short of it is that today is August 7th and I want to be home on the end of August 10th. That's Eva's birthday, and that's the day that I had always intended on returning home. So I've got 4 days of riding, and today is halfway done already, and about 1,300 miles to go to get there. So I've got my earplugs in. I'm going to get on the highway here, head south, and try to put some miles under my belt. I am going to keep filming this journey, but it might not be for a little bit down the road until you see me again. I've ridden through this area here south of Boise. I know that it's going to be really hot and not really a lot to see. Maybe not the best for filming, but like I said, I will carry this story forward and try to put some miles on now so that maybe I can slow it down a little bit the closer I get to home and wrap this up. It's damned hot out here today, and finding the only shade I can, sitting here behind my motorcycle out of the sun. I just crossed the Snake River, got off the interstate. Fortunately, I was only on the interstate for about 30 miles. And that 30 miles is probably about the only interstate that I've taken on this entire trip of 6, 7, 8,000 miles. And I didn't like it. This is not my favorite kind of riding. To be riding in this kind of heat and to be having to make miles, count miles, watch the miles go by slowly on the odometer. Well, I lost my gloves after filming that little drone episode. I don't always wear my gloves when I film with the drone because I can't work the controls or use the touchscreen on the phone or anything like that. And I don't think I stowed them properly. When I went to pack up the drone and get back on the bike, I couldn't find my gloves. So perhaps they fell off along the way here somewhere and I'm looking for them. Well, there's one glove. With any luck, we'll find the second one somewhere. If not, we'll just be Michael Jackson. Found my missing glove. Not doing too bad. It's cooled off a little bit. Carry on, shall we? Carry on. Well, this has turned out to be a very enjoyable section of paved road through a canyon with a small stream off to my right. Not at all what I was expecting. But look at this beautiful stretch of pavement just curving through this canyon here. The double yellow line. Got about 72 miles to go to get to Elko. 7 o'clock and the sun is going down and I'm in Nevada. I'm about 30 miles north of Elko, Nevada. It's been a good ride and it's been a long day, and I would have stopped at that reservoir back there to camp. It was a beautiful location. Quite a surprise, that canyon leading up to the reservoir, the twisting canyon, and then the reservoir itself, and riding along the edge and out to a point of land that where camping was allowed. And I would have stayed there had I been better prepared and had more with me than just a box of wine and a couple of candy bars. It's not enough. But I stopped here on the side of the road because it's a beautiful night and I'm in Nevada, and it's still and it's peaceful and it's quiet, and this road is freshly paved, fresh new black asphalt with a bright yellow line running down the middle of it. And it's just me on the road. It's just me on the highway tonight. A beautiful night with a little breeze in the air. I'm going to clean the bugs off my helmet before I forget. Take off again. It's no fun going down the road when you can't see where you're going. Always remember to buckle your chin strap. That's what Eva tells me. Sterling, you didn't buckle your chin strap. Eva, I'm buckling my chin strap. Here we go. We'll see you down the road. Looking forward to when the sun goes down. I'm looking forward to riding in the cooler evening hours with those long shadows and the golden sunlight. Perhaps I'll ride into the night tonight. Perhaps I'll ride beyond sundown into the half moon as it lights up this landscape around me as I head into Nevada.